What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we are going to be just doing a simple playthrough of the brand new Tea Time Chopper event that has just come out to One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. So in this video, we're going to overview the character himself, and then we're actually going to go through the dungeon as well in this video. So Tea Time Chopper is a brand new event that is going to be happening for a 1 week period. So from April 10th all the way through to April 16th, you have this time period to farm this specific chopper. Also, when April 17th rolls around, so basically at the end of the chopper event, you will have access to the Tea Time Luffy character as well. And when that comes out, I'll likely make a video regarding that as well. So, let's go ahead and talk about this character, okay? So, this brand new chopper honestly is not really the best, but I would still highly recommend farming him up, because the thing is that the new Luffy and chopper that come out with this event are going to be point boosters in not the Whitebeard treasure map, but the one after that. It has stated in the in-game news that these characters will be boosters, point boosters, for the next event, likely to be 1.2 times point boosters. So make sure to go ahead and farm up at least one copy of these characters, because they will be used for treasure map. So, this is the chopper here. This chopper is an int shooter powerhouse type character. His captain ability will boost your crew's attack and recovery by 1.25 times, and you cannot be KO'd if HP is above a certain amount. I'm pretty sure it's a 50% threshold, meaning that if you have this chopper as your captain and your health is 50% or higher, if you would die, you would survive. So he's basically a zombie captain, of course. His special ability, which I believe you only need 4 skill ups, so I believe he maxes at 7 turns. He heals crew by 6 times his recovery and reduces paralysis by 2 turns. This is actually a decent special and can see some use. It is a really low cooldown for 2-turn paralysis reduction, as well as, you know, a little bit of a heal as well. So I probably will go ahead and feed him recovery cotton candy as well. So this guy actually might see some use in future fights because it is such a low cooldown. He has a sailor ability as well that will go ahead and give you 100 additional HP after every recovery orb that you pick up. So, all in all, is he worth maxing? Most likely not. If you have extra time, make sure to go ahead and max him. If you don't have the time to do it, it's completely fine. You can still go ahead and pick up at least one copy for treasure map in May. So, now we've gone ahead and broken down the character himself, let's go ahead and get straight into the dungeon. Now, the dungeon overall isn't really that tricky, I would say. Some lower level players might find it a little bit challenging, so at least they have a 10, 20, and a 40 stamina version of this dungeon, so you can farm whichever one you can actually beat. But in this video, we're going to be overviewing the 40 stamina version. Obviously, the 10 and 20 stamina versions of this dungeon are going to be a lot easier, so any specific abilities that I talk about in this video will be nerfed in the 10 and 20 stamina version, so don't worry about that too much. But when the friend captain's low, we'll be able to get actually into the dungeon playthrough. But in this video, I am going to be using a pretty powerful team, so, you know, don't be disheartened if you can't make this team. This video isn't about the team exactly. I just want to talk about the dungeon itself, so you guys know what to expect heading into Tea Time Chopper. And as I mentioned before, he's definitely not a character that you need to max out, but this is actually quite nice, because you can get a lot of cotton candy drops throughout playing this dungeon. The cotton candy rates are extremely good. You get at least 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 cotton candy drops in a run. You can get even more than that. I think the most I've seen so far is someone get 6 cotton candy drops in a run, and you can run this in 2 times stamina, which is actually quite crazy. So, to start things off, the first 5 stages are all very basic, just basic mob stages. The hidden boss in this dungeon actually is going to be Mancherry. When Mancherry appears, she'll actually go ahead and heal your crew's HP, and she'll also go ahead and basically do nothing and just run away. And she will, I think she guarantees a drop of cotton candy, which is quite nice. So yeah, if you find Mancherry, that's quite good. You get a guaranteed cotton candy drop. And if you are, you know, finding the runs a little bit challenging and you actually encounter Mancherry, she'll go ahead and heal your crew, which is actually quite good. Unfortunately, I accidentally tapped the wrong button and we nearly exited the game there, but we're good. We're good. Okay, so speaking of Mancherry, here is Mancherry right here. So, Mancherry is going to be our 4th drop in the dungeon. She heals your crew by 1957. I don't know if that's really significant. It could be basically just healing your crew by however much your crew's recovery is. That's probably what it is. Okay, so stage 5, this is where things get crazy, okay? So there are 3 different variations to stage 5. This one here is Kikyo, and she's surrounded by a whole bunch of the mobs from Amazon Lily, and she transfers all your orbs into either negative, block, or recovery type orbs. There is another variation with Dr. Kureha, and she'll lock your bottom right unit, so in my case, the Cavendish would be locked for 10 turns. And then there is a Dex Khalifa, who will go ahead and swap your captain with your either bottom left or bottom right unit. So one unit from your bottom will transfer to your main captain when you encounter Khalifa for 7 turns. For 6 turns, my bad. So that is just something to note as well, that on stage 5 there are 3 different variations. Make sure your bottom row characters both have really good captain abilities, or captain abilities that work well with your crew that you're running. Additionally, make sure that if you do encounter Dr. Kureha, that the unit that is locked for 10 turns in the bottom right hand slot isn't really that important to your crew, or someone that is pretty exchangeable, or someone that you can bring along in your crew that can get rid of bind on your crew will help significantly in this fight. So now we're moving on to stage 6. Again, it's just more mob stages, but then after this stage we encounter the main boss stage, which is going to be the Tea Time Chopper himself. Now there are actually a couple of different variations of this Chopper event here on the final stage. There is a variation like this one where you have some mob characters at the back, but there is also a variation with Chopper just by himself. Now, as you can see, the preemptive attack here will go ahead and reduce your attack and your recovery for your whole crew by a certain amount for 4 turns. I believe the amount that people have been saying is 50%. He halves your attack for 4 turns, and I believe he'll halve your crew's recovery for 4 turns. But that's about it. So you want to make sure you can have a team that can actually either get around the attack down, or to actually just have a crew that can do so much damage that it really doesn't matter about the attack down at all. Honestly, the Chopper doesn't do all that much, but something that I do need to say as well, if you go ahead and activate a delay against Chopper, he will go ahead and despair both your captain and I believe your friend captain for 10 turns. So do not bring a delayer against Chopper. Otherwise, getting despaired for 10 turns is actually pretty bad. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get straight into this, and we should be able to take down this final stage in 1 swift turn. And that is about it. Now, Chopper is not a guaranteed drop. You can actually drop cotton candy from the actual Chopper boss himself. It is not a guaranteed drop, but, as I mentioned before, you can get a ton of cotton candy from this event. So, if you were unable to farm the cotton candy time for whatever reason, this is actually another great way to get cotton candy. So you can see all the cotton candy there. Unfortunately, we got a lot of recovery, and we got the Chopper drop as well. So that is just about gonna conclude this video, guys. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.